Hey everyone, it's Becky Watson here. I am coming to you with another tip of the week. I've been bringing you some easy tips and tricks that you can use to help you live a happier, healthier life. And this week I wanted to talk to you just a moment about backbends. I mentioned them to a client earlier today. She's like, what do you mean I'm going to love doing backbends? And she was thinking of a classic backbend you might see a gymnast do where they're completely, hands and feet on the floor and that nice U shape in the body. Yeah, that's not what I was talking about, but that is a backbend. So what I was talking about was more of just taking your body in a backwards motion. So we spend so much of our life forward. We're typing on a computer, which is hunching our shoulders forward most often. We round our backs. When we're driving, we're in a similar position. So much of what we do during our lives is forward folding, and your body really needs the opposite in order to be healthy. If you're always folding forward, you start to form that position, and it's really hard to come out of it. It's really hard to shift your spine. So doing it more frequently, opening up the front of the body instead of closing it off is really beneficial for your spine. When you are leaning forward, it's also really hard to get that full deep breath in. Most of your lungs will expand in every direction, right? But most people are breathing forward through their bellies, through the front of the body. And when you're leaning forward, it compresses the front of the body and you can't take as deep of a breath through that front. So it does start to limit your breath as well. Sitting upright, opening the front of the body, you're going to be able to take those deeper breaths. So what is a back bend? It's anything when you're taking your spine backwards. So if I sit sideways, it's easier for you to see. I'm sitting upright right now, and most of the time we're at a keyboard, we're driving, we're cooking, or so many things are forward. Our shoulders are hunching forward, and we start to more and more sit like this because we're lazy. Gravity happens. It's habit. We just don't have the energy to sit upright, whatever it is, but we're sitting like this all the time, and your spine needs a break from that. It really needs to open up and open the opposite direction. So a back bend, if you're starting from straight here, anytime you're taking your spine backwards, if you can see me there, anytime you take it backwards, you're opening the front of the body and you are helping your spine open up the other way. So it can be as simple as if I'm on my hands and knees from tabletop, here's a flat back, but if you let your belly go towards the floor, this is cow position, it is going to open up the front of the body and get that back bending going. Opposite direction. It's what we do all day long. It's still great for you, but your spine needs the break. It needs to open up in the opposite direction. So cow position is really great. It can be as simple as taking your hands behind you. Again, I'll turn sideways and opening up this way. You see how my shoulders go back? So this is a little baby back bend. Doing that throughout the day, your back is so much happier, your shoulders are happier. You can take a deep breath. Yeah, so back bending, really good for the body. We do a lot of it in yoga. I really focus on it with my folks, especially as we're aging. Encourages you to stand up more, helps keep you from getting that hunch as you get older. So standing tall, getting some back bending in will really help with that. Lets you take those deeper breaths. I mean, really, without the breath, it's so hard to do so many things. So give yourself a break, take a deep breath, open up the front of the body. And remember, back bending does not have to be a really deep back bend in order to get some benefit from it. It can be simply just leaning back, taking your hands behind you. Just open up the front of the body for a moment. See how you feel. And let me know how it goes for you. If you need any help with back bends, or you need some suggestions on what might work better for you, one of these positions isn't working, there are plenty of positions, plenty of ways to do this. We can use support. You can use your own body, to hold yourself up, or I can use bolsters and blankets for a similar thing, for similar back bends. But yeah, there is a back bend for everybody. You just have to work with it and find what works for you. So if you have any questions, you need any help with this, drop me a line, send me a message, and I'd be happy to answer them. Back bending is really good for the spine, helps you breathe better, simple as that. So yeah, have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll be back next week with another tip, and until then, have a great one.